Hey guys, it's Marvy and I am back with another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing all of my recent purchases from Sephora. I have placed several orders with Sephora. I went to the store twice and I placed an online order, and I have just accumulated all of this stuff and I have been saving it to show it to you guys in this video. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I do a lot of haul videos and empties videos and review videos. If you like that kind of content, I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and consider subscribing. I have been a little absent from YouTube. I know. I have been a very bad YouTuber for all intents and purposes. I have had some crazy times going on in my personal life. I've had really, this whole year has just been a whirlwind. It has been a crazy year. I have never been this bad with uploading videos. I don't think ever since I joined YouTube. So shame on me, but I'm trying to turn that around. Apologize for that, but anyways, let's get started. Let's review all of this stuff that I purchased. Let's do a quick little speed review, unboxing, and let's talk about it. So let's start with this stuff because it's the older stuff. A lot of these are restocks of my favorites too. This is just stuff that I just have needed. And so if you guys have watched any of my videos before, you guys know that I'm a very big proponent on waiting for the Sephora biannual sales to come around, because I am a Rouge member and I do get 20% off my order. So I'm super big on waiting for those sales, the spring savings event and the holiday savings event, which happens in April and November every year. However, this is just stuff that I really needed and or really wanted and didn't want to wait for it. So we are in the middle of September now. I could have waited till November for some of this stuff, but I just didn't. So anyways, this one I really needed. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. This is the powder. I got it in the shade medium. I really like this powder. I have gone through two of them before. My issue with this is, I mean, the powder's really fine, which is very good, but it's also a little bit difficult to use. And so this one, I actually have the actual component in my other bathroom in the other room because I needed a setting facial powder so bad that I couldn't wait to not use it. I had to use it. So anyways, that's why I don't have it in this component, because it's being used. However, I did purchase one that isn't completely glued to the bottom. It's like moving around in there, which is very annoying because I have to be very careful with it. I could go back to Sephora and exchange it, and I just didn't want to deal with it. So I just ended up keeping it and using it because, like I said, I needed it right away. So what I like to do is I put on my liquid foundation and I put on my liquid concealer in a lighter shade. And then I will set my concealer with loose powder, but I hate putting loose powder on the rest of my face to set the rest of my face. I prefer a powder like this, and that's usually what I dust all over my face to kind of set my liquid foundation. Yeah, so that's what I've been using it for. Medium is not the right shade for me right now. I am a little bit tan right now, but the next shade deeper, which I think is called deep, is a little too deep for me. So I'm somewhere in the middle of that shade and the medium shade, but unfortunately I just stick with the medium shade because I would say the vast majority of the year it is the better shade match for me. So yeah. Next that I purchased, speaking of foundation actually, is the Veil Hydrating Skin Tint from Hourglass. And I purchased this it's in the shade 9. So I have really fallen in love with skin tints this year. If you guys have been watching my videos for a while, you know that I had a little bit of a bad experience with the Summer Fridays skin tint. I did not really like it. It was a really bad shade match for me, and it kind of like broke me out and gave me a weird reaction. It was very strange. But anyways, so I've had this battle with myself between like medium coverage and skin tints that are more lighter coverage for a while now. However, I have spent the vast majority of the year using this product in the shade 10. So it was in a deeper shade. I don't remember why I purchased it, but I think it was like a reviewer that I saw on Instagram or something. I really, really enjoy the formula of this product. So the shade 10 was not a good skin match for me. It was too deep, and that was the vast majority of the year. Even right now that this is probably the most tan that I'll get this year. It was still too deep. But because it was a skin tint, I was able to get away with it, and I used it for the vast majority of the year. I still have a little bit left. However, I am running out. So I decided to get it in shade 9 because I thought it would be a better shade match. What I like about this product the most is the texture. It is a very gel-like texture, almost as if it were like skincare. So let me just show you guys how that disperses. So it's very, very gel-like. And so when you first like disperse it, you think that it's gonna be like pretty deep and pretty like full coverage. But once you disperse it, you see that it's actually not like that. And it gives you this beautiful like skin-like glow. It gives you coverage, but it doesn't look cakey, and it doesn't really look like makeup. It just looks kind of like your skin, but better, which is the kind of foundation that I really like nowadays. And so ever since I tried this brand and this product earlier in the year, I kind of fell in love with it, and it's actually been rather hard to go back to like regular foundation because I just really like the texture and the coverage and the finish of this skin tint in particular. I think it is one of the better skin tints on the market. Now, as you guys know, I really, really like the YSL skin tint. That is probably my number 2. It was my number 1 for a while until I discovered the Hourglass one. I love that one, and I would say I'm about 70% of the way done with the YSL skin tint. So I do have to kind of make my way through a lot of these products. When I film my empties video and post it, I will explain my situation with the foundations. I have been trying to get rid of some foundations, and so I've been trying to work through some of them. I managed to empty out one of them, which I will discuss in that video, but that's kind of why I had to take a pause with the other Hourglass in shade 10 and the YSL skin tint. It was because I was trying to finish out some of my older just liquid foundations that were on their way out and needed to be emptied. So that's the reason for the pause on the skin tint. However, I love this product. I'm so happy that I purchased it in the shade 9. I felt it necessary to repurchase the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I love this product. So as you guys know, if you've watched any of my empties videos, I really like the Glow Recipe Watermelon Mist. I really, really like that one, and I have used it for years, and it has been my favorite face mist that I have ever found. However, ever since I moved to this area, I live much more inland than I did before, and it's very, very dry here, and I'm close to the mountains and like dry brush. It's very hot here. So I have actually found that I am gravitating towards more, our job is to produce more moisture for the skin. Usually I was very, very oily, very combo skin, but mostly oily leaning skin. So I kind of stayed away from dewy products for a really long time. But now that I've moved to this area, I really feel the need to buy products that are more on the dewy side. So for example, I used to love the water cream. I still love the water cream so much. However, I have been purchasing the dewy cream. Same with this. I've been purchasing this one instead of the watermelon mist because this one gives more moisture back to my skin in a mist formula, which for me is my favorite way of applying skincare because it's easy and fast. So yeah, so I repurchased the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I love it. It's very expensive, but for me, I think it's well worth the money that it costs because I just feel that it's such a good product. I did also purchase the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Extra Strength Daily Peel, and this is the 7-day set. So if you guys are an OG watcher, you know that I love this product. I have used it for years. I don't know why I've never committed to buying like the big box that's like, I don't know if it's like a 30-day supply or what it is, but it's like $100 or something. I don't know why I never buy it. I always just buy these little packs. This is like a $20 pack. And of course, I do not use this 7 days straight. So I've talked about this product a lot, but this is one of the best products, like skincare wise, for fast turnaround. Like, I will use this, I'll use the first little pad, wait a little bit, use the second pad, and then my skin is rather irritated after using it. My skin, yeah, it's like red and blotchy. Like, my skin is very, very inflamed and irritated. But I'm telling you guys, the next day, it looks like I just got a facial. I have like baby smooth skin. This improves texture, it improves like acne, it improves dark marks. It is just such a good product. However, I personally find that it really irritates my skin. So, proceed with caution because, like I said, it can be an irritating product. But it's so good and it's so worth it. Next is just this little thing that I got from Sephora. This is just the lip mask, the moisturizing and smooth lip mask. It's only one. I picked these up randomly. Are these like life altering? No, but I think they're kind of fun sometimes. And I do have very, very dry lips and I have to keep my lips moisturized all the time. So these little like lip products, to do them every once in a while, I like to do them, and I feel like I personally benefit from them just because I have really, really dry lips. But again, I don't think that that's like a must have or whatever. Next is this product from Huda Beauty. This is the Huda Beauty Bossy Brown's Power Bullet Cream Glow. And I got it in the shade Raja, Rajah. So I used one of her Power Bullets years ago in a different shade. I forget the name of the shade, but I really, really liked that lipstick to the point where I felt the need to buy it a second time. And for me, that's kind of saying a lot because I don't usually do that with lip products in particular. So anyways, I was just at Sephora and I wanted to get another lipstick because what I'm finding is I really, really love doing a lip liner and just like a lip balm or a lip gloss when I'm home and I'm getting ready to go out. But I don't like to take that on the go with me because I actually find the application to be very annoying when you're out. Not too sure how this is gonna work out. I mean, it is pretty. What I mostly like about her lipsticks is the texture. These are very, very like creamy. They're very creamy. They're very like nice on the lips. I do have like lip gloss on or whatever, but I just want you guys to be able to see how it applies. I also think this will be, pretty neutral like color for the fall time because I do have a lot of like deeper colors for the fall, and I just needed like a good neutral that I could just throw in my purse and not like worry about it because, like I said, I just don't have any right now that I particularly like and gravitate towards because I just use a lot of like lip liners. That's like my favorite lip product at the moment, but on the go it's just very annoying. Very, very annoying. Okay, so let's move on to the Sephora online order that I just received. First is the Forever Skin Correct Concealer from Dior. This is in the shade 2.5N, which I believe before they re-changed everything was, it used to be 2N. So this concealer, I really, really like this concealer. Let me show you guys. That is a really, really bad swatch. So that's what that looks like. It is not a perfect match. It's actually a little bit lighter than the perfect match, but I like to do my under eyes a little bit lighter because I feel like it gives a little bit of brightness to the face. So of course this is going to crease because I'm not setting it, but I just want you guys to see how much of a difference it makes. So here's my thing with concealers. I still love Tarte Shape Tape. I know a lot of people don't, but I love Tarte Shape Tape. I think it's a really, really good product. I don't find it to be too cakey. I don't find that it like creases when you set it properly. And I also use it in a lighter shade. However, the shade that I have is a little bit too light. And this 2.5N is a really good shade match for me when I am a little bit more tan because it's not as stark white as the Tarte Shape Tape. And then I also have the Hourglass concealer, and I have that in a shade that is also very, very light. So those two concealers will be better when, it's like the winter time and I'm not as tan, because then it won't be such a stark difference. This one I have been running out. I have been scraping the bottle, which you will see during my empties video. I'm totally out of it. And so I just decided to repurchase it. I had to buy one that was a little bit more neutral and a little bit closer to my skin color right now. I personally think it's worth it. I think it's a really, really good formula. It has never let me down. And the previous bottle of this lasted me like 3.5 years. It lasted me so long. And so I really do think it's a good investment because you don't run out of this quickly. I did not find that it ran out quickly at all. On the contrary, I think it actually lasted a lot longer than my Tarte Shape Tape did. So I also ended up purchasing this from Elemis. This is the Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. I have wanted to try this cleansing balm for years. Yeah, it smells like a spa. It smells like a spa. It's a little bit strong, but yeah. I have been wanting to try this cleansing balm in particular for many, many years. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I love the Clinique Take the Day Off. And I also really, really love the Pharmacy Green Clean. So Pharmacy Green Clean is like my number one. The Clinique Take the Day Off is my number two. But I really wanted to try just a new one to just kind of see like what the hype was all about and see if I like the formula of this one in particular. I don't love cleansing balms all the time. I do use my makeup erasers to take off my makeup when I'm feeling lazy. However, when I am going to shower at night, I like to leave the cleansing balm in the shower, and then that's how I take off my makeup. That's my preferred method in the shower because I just feel like it's a deeper clean than just going in with a cleanser. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. It's a very popular product. So if you've tried it, if you have any opinions, good or bad, please let me know down below. Another thing that I purchased is this from Caudalie. This is the grape water facial spray. Now, you guys know in this house, I love facial spray. I love the one from La Roche-Posay. You guys know if you've seen any of my empties videos, I literally have one of those cans in every single empty video because I go through it so often. But I was just curious about this one. Caudalie is very bougie and expensive, but I do like their products. And so I was just wondering if this, and this was $20. And the one from La Roche-Posay, the can is a little bit bigger, but it's like $22 or something. So it wasn't that bad. And so I thought that I would try it and see if there's, any difference. Just the regular water sprays, they do tend to dry out your skin. And so I'm kind of wondering if this is a little bit different. But again, this is kind of like my water spray. And then would be like my skincare spray, if that makes sense. They serve a different function. And yeah, one is more for hydrating and like nourishing the skin. The other one's more to just like wake up and refresh, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on that as well. Next thing I purchased is my favorite dry shampoo on the market. This is from Vegamore. This is the Grow Dry Shampoo. This is the best dry shampoo on the market. I will die on that hill. It is the best dry shampoo. I have tried to use the ones from the drugstore. I've tried to use Batiste. I've tried to use Dove. I've tried to use like all Amika. I've tried to use all the other ones. Nothing compares. The smell of this is amazing. It dries, it does what it's supposed to do. It dries the hair, but you don't have that nasty white residue like the other ones leave. This is the best dry shampoo ever. I love that product. That is an automatic like rebuy. I will buy that product to the end of time. Okay, now last but not least is this little set from Tatcha. This is the Kissu Lip Scrub. This is a full size and the full size Kissu Lip Mask. So I like the Kissu Lip Mask. I had a good experience with it. I think it's a good product. And so, you know, I could live with it. I could live without it. It's not the end of the world because I love Carmex. And so Carmex is like, you know, it's medicated lip balm. That's what I normally use. But I do really like this lip mask. Again, it's not like a necessary must-have, but whenever I can get my hands on it, I will. I've never tried this product. This is the Kissu Lip Scrub. But because I have such dry lips, I figured it wouldn't be such a bad idea to have a lip scrub around. So this is with peach seed. So it's like grinded up like peach seed. So I'm thinking that it will be a better scrub than like a sugar scrub because I have a sugar scrub right now that it's fine. I feel like it doesn't really do what it's supposed to do because I feel like the sugar dissolves. And so before I'm like done using it, the sugar's already like dissolved, which is annoying. I'm going to give this a try and see if I like this better, if this is more effective for me. And I think that I'm the perfect person to test this out because I just have like really, really dry lips. It's the weirdest thing ever. So yeah, so that's what I purchased. I think this is part of their new holiday sets that are starting to trickle into the website. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. The reason I think that is because it has this little thing at the top, like kind of like a stocking stuffer or like a, you know, like a little ornament gift or whatever. I'll report back. I think this is a pretty good deal though. It is $39, but it's a $53 value. And again, they're both full size. So I think that's a pretty good deal. So yeah, guys, that was my pretty big Sephora haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down below what you think about my choices and my purchases. If you've tried any of these products, what you think. And I will catch you guys very, very soon in my empties video. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Bye.